Yo, what's up YouTube? This is JamMerit coming to you today with a brand new video, boys, and today we are going through the good, the bad, and the ugly of the new versus attack mode. Let's go. Woo! So guys, in today's video, we are going to be going through the new game mode that has sort of been fixed. The servers are fixed. Now, obviously, I'm going to go through the pros and the cons of this new mode. Now, first of all, I just want to bring to your attention that there is an absolutely fantastic thread on Reddit which outlines all of this, but I'm not going to completely talk about what he's been talking about, but I'm going to link a thread from Chris X Club in the description down below because I think that he has absolutely nailed this versus attack mode on the head in terms of what needs to be fixed and just the state that the game mode is currently in. But I'm going to talk about a few of the points that he mentioned, guys, but seriously, I take absolutely no credit for this, and I cannot recommend you guys enough to go and read it. So the thread from Chris X Club will be in the description down below. Make sure you go and check that. Now, as you saw, guys, I had a club of about 102. This is my best formation. Pretty good, like, you know, worked so hard for this team, and it does play well in versus attack mode, but it still doesn't mean that I am getting anywhere. Seriously, I've played, I don't know, maybe like 40 games, and it's just like a yo-yo, guys. I go up, I go down, I go up, I go down. There is absolutely like just the sheer frustration of trying to get on a win streak to try and get out of Pro Division 2. Pro Division 2. We're not even talking world class. We're not talking legendary. We're talking Pro Division 2. It's just absolutely horrendously hard. It's so difficult, guys. Like, Chris X Club in his thread, he talks about a concept of zero-sum game, which is just so spot on. Like, I cannot explain it how well it's been written, but go and read it. But anyway, ultimately what he's saying is, like, say for example, guys, we play 150 games, right? You win 50, you lose 50, you draw 50. You're not going to move anywhere. You're pretty much capped at the same spot on the ladder for the entirety of the season. That's a 500-point season, so 50% win rate effectively, you know, with 50 draws. Now, the huge problem with the fan system in versus attack mode is that there is no fans gained for a draw, and secondly, you lose 7,500 fans for a loss. Now, ultimately, what that means is that every match that you play, you are fighting for those 7,500 fans. Now, if you win, guys, you are stable, which is fine. As you see, I win 7-1, so I get 7,500 fans. Fantastic, which is good, you know, it's good. But if I draw, I would have A, wasted 50 stamina, and B, I wouldn't have gone anywhere. So I effectively, you waste time. You should be given points for a draw. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever that you are not given points for a draw. Now, secondly, if I was to lose that game, then I would lose 7,500 fans. Now, I'm going to go through now and just select one of my lower rated formations. Let's just see what we've got here, and then I'll jump into a game. Now, obviously, in the previous game, I had a bit of an advantage with a 102 rated squad, but trust me, guys, I've been coming up against people in Pro Division 2 with 105, 106, 107, and it's just an absolute nightmare, man. It's so difficult, guys. It's not even funny. I may beat one, you know, because I have a bit more skill. I may lose to one, which is fine, you know, I don't mind, but just the facet and the idea of great and good chances for a lower overall team, it really needs to be justified, man. It really needs to be fixed. Like, I think that they have slightly adjusted the counter rate, which is a positive, but they really need to consider changing up the good and great chances for the lower rated clubs, because otherwise, guys, there is no way in hell that you are going to advance plus, I don't know, like Pro 1, maybe world class if you are a fantastic player, but it's seriously, it's so crazy. But let's just jump into this next game, guys, and see what we're coming up against. So as you can see, 96 overall, not as good, coming up against a 98 Pro Div 2, and I'm coming up against a 99 overall. Just madness, man, absolutely madness. Now, another few things which Chris X Club has talked about is the fact that the division ceilings. So ultimately, division ceilings is that despite the fact even if you are extremely skilled in this game, and you may have like a 95 overall, and you come up against like a 102, 103, 104, you're just not going to have a chance of advancing, guys, because if you lose, you lose 7,500. If you draw, you don't get anything. So in terms of sort of like a solution, I feel that it's really like a flip of the coin, man. Like they need to adjust. They really need to adjust the fans, because at the moment, guys, it's really not working. As we score a nice goal at the moment, there's just absolute criticism all over the place about the fan system, and I totally agree with it all. The one thing that I do want to say is that it is a fun mode. Like, don't get me wrong, it's so much more engaging than attack mode. Attack mode, you could pretty much just play and, you know, easily get champ, which is like, you know, it's cool. Attack mode was fun, you know, if you grinded out your games, if you did your 10 games a day, whatever, for the daily events, you would be guaranteed to get FIFA champ effectively and get yourself a great player at the end of it. Now, I want to show you one other thing after we finish this game, just how crazy the leaderboard is looking, man. Like, it's absolutely just, it's honestly, it's quite scary, to be honest. I don't know if anybody will actually be reaching FIFA champ. I cannot see it, unless like you are just a phenomenal player with a 105, 106, 107 rated squad, and you go on a like 30 game win streak, which is just not the rule of averages, you know. It's not going to happen, guys. It's so unlikely. How are you going to reach FIFA champ? How are you going to reach FIFA champ? Now, I haven't really touched on many points that Chris X Club talked about in his thread, guys, so make sure you go and read it. It has got absolutely fantastic arguments, and it's really articulated very well, much better than I could ever say it. But as you see, guys, I wanted to just lose. I mean, I didn't really want to lose, but there you see, 7,500 fans lost. So I win one game, get 7,500, lose one game, lose 7,500. So ultimately, the solution that Chris talked about was that they need to fix this fan system, because if not, guys, there is absolutely no chance of advancing. So let's just have a look at this leaderboard. This guy is currently the top of the league, but I mean, I don't actually understand why he is. I'm pretty sure that some of these players from the previous attack mode have been left in. Like, you can see some in the low 80s, but yeah, I mean, here we go. If you're going to have a chance of reaching FIFA champ, this is the sort of stuff that you're going to come up against. Completed Sun, 2 golden egg players, 3 golden egg players, 2 player of the matches, Honda. It's just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't have any other words. Like, it is fun, like I said, but fans really need to be fixed, guys. And make sure you check out that thread in the description down below. And this is going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you all for everything, and peace.